Alright guys, M-Tech Guy here, and today we're going to take a look at replacing the front suspension wishbone on the E87 130i. So it's the front wishbones we're looking at today. It has a ball joint on one end and a bush on the other. And what you can do is remove them and replace the bushes as a pair, or you can replace the whole arm, especially if the ball joint at the other end of the arm has come to the end of its life. But whether you choose to replace just the bushes themselves or the arm like we're going to do today, it's always best to do them in pairs. Now I'm only going to be doing one today, just the way things have worked out with the car, but if you're doing it yourself and they both haven't been done, it is good practice to do them as a pair. Alright, let's take a look at the part itself. Alright, so we've got our new wishbone here. Now I've gone for the Lemforder brand. Now the OEM manufacturer was TWS, so it is worth going for either a genuine BMW wishbone, a TWS one, or failing that, it is worth going for a Lemforder, because I've found that these are a pretty good brand also. Now it is the bush that's failed. On the one on the vehicle it started leaking, but due to the age and mileage on the vehicle, the ball joints at the other end won't be too far away, so I'm just going to get the whole arm changed out today. But if your ball joints do look alright, you can buy the bushes separately. It just means pressing your old ones out and reinserting the new ones. But anyhow, let's take a look at the steps required to get the wishbone changed out. So to start off with, we need to get the front end of the car up in the air and get it up on axle stands. Okay, so now we've got the under tray out of the way. You can see the wishbone here. Now it's held at the bush end, with a bolt going through there, and it's got a captive nut on the back of it there, so it's relatively easy for removal. And then at the other end there, the ball joint end, we've got the ball joint, and that's held on with a nut there that takes a 21mm spanner or socket. But you're also going to have to counter hold that with a T40 Torx just in the end of the ball joint there. So we'll get the old one removed now. Now this one takes an 18mm. Slide it out. Okay, so there's the old arm. And you can see where this bush is starting to split, starting to leak oil all down the underside of the arm there. So this is well on its way to failing, and we'll compare that to the new one there. It's nice and solid. That's the old ball joint. Still feels quite firm, but it's getting a little bit worn. There's a new one. That's nice and firm and positive. So although we could have just got away with replacing the bush in the old arm, that ball joint on the other end, although it hasn't failed and it's not too loose, is well on its way to starting to get pretty worn. So I'm happy that we've chosen a complete new arm with that one. Alright, let's get it installed. Now we'll just wind this bolt in so it's about finger tight. So we're going to leave that loose for now. What we're going to do is reinstall the front wheels and then lower the car back down onto its wheels so the weight of the car is loaded up onto the suspension. I'm going to leave the under tray off for now, and I'm going to come through and just tighten this up with the weight of the car on it, because at the moment it's all drooping down, and if we tighten it up where it is at the minute, what that's going to do is load that bush up, and then when we do put the car down onto its wheels and that lifts up, it's going to really load that bush up, and we don't want that because it's going to cause it to not operate correctly and it's going to wear prematurely. So we'll leave that loose for now, reinstall the wheels, lower it down onto the wheels, and just come through, tighten the wishbone bolt up. Okay, so I've removed the axle stands and I've now got the car sitting up on some timber there. So the weight of the car is now sitting on the suspension, so now we can get underneath and tighten everything up. So now I can refit the under tray and lower the car back down onto its wheels. Alright guys, so there we have it. That's how you go about replacing the front lower suspension wishbones on your E87 1 Series. Now if you found the video interesting or useful, don't forget to give it a like, and make sure you go and check out the rest of my YouTube channel for more BMW DIY videos. Consider subscribing if that's your cup of tea. I'm MTech Guy. Thanks a lot for watching.